Alright guys, welcome back to another video on the Super Duper world of sports. This is week number 7 power rankings for the 2022 NFL season. Let's get right into it. Number 32, no change in the rankings. 1 and 5 are now the Carolina Panthers. They played horribly against the Rams, of course. No timetable for Baker Mayfield's return. And they're facing the Buccaneers this week, so tough matchup. Tough situation overall for them. The 1-3-1 Houston Texans were just on bye now. No change in ranking for them either, still at 31. But they're traveling to Las Vegas this week to face Derek Carr and the Raiders. That offense is going to be quite tough to limit for the Texans defense. Number 30, down 2 spots now because of their loss to the Commanders on Thursday Night Football, 12-7, are the Chicago Bears. They're now 2-4, and they have another primetime game coming up on Monday Night Football against the New England Patriots in Foxborough. But they do have 11 days to, get things set. So it's a rare situation where they have almost a week and a half to get things right. Number 29, Jacksonville Jaguars are also down 2 spots after losing to the Colts because of Alec Pierce and Michael Pittman. They're at home against the surging New York Giants this week, and I had to emphasize surging because the New York Giants are looking like just a top 10 team thus far in the NFL season. I have zero reason to believe the Jaguars are going to win this game, and I am sticking to that. Number 28, the Washington Commanders are actually up 2 spots now. They beat of course we discussed earlier, they beat the Bears on Thursday Night Football 12-7. 2-4 now, but they're hosting Aaron Rodgers and the Packers this week, and that is going to be a huge disadvantage, especially on the offensive side for the Commanders, as Carson Wentz is out for 4 to 6 weeks. Taylor Heineke has to start now, and if Taylor Heineke struggles against the Packers, we might see some Sam Howell eventually, but against this Packers defense, Heineke's not going to do good. Number 27, Detroit Lions. They're at Dallas Cowboys this week. They had a bye last week. They still went down 2 spots because of other teams going up, not necessarily because they played bad. They didn't even play the last week. That's the case for most of these teams here that had a bye. They may have gone up or down, but that just, is because of other teams going up or down. It doesn't mean it doesn't mean I'm putting their ranking down because of their performance. Number 26, down 6 whole spots to the Cleveland Browns, used to be at number 20. And after losing 38-15 to the Patriots, as a result, they are now just in a horrible situation. Nick Chubb didn't even get 100 yards. He didn't even get 60 yards rushing, let alone 100 yards. And they're at Baltimore this week, where they have to get the receiving game going a little bit more. If they don't do that, there's no hope for them against the Baltimore Ravens. Up 4 spots are number 25 are the Pittsburgh Steelers, still only 2-4, but one of those 2 wins against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And that is some achievement. They beat Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. That is ridiculous. At Miami on Sunday Night Football this week. Again, the Bucs game, one of the best upsets of the season. And now they face a Dolphins team that possibly has Tua returning, and that could pose a big threat to them because Tua showed complete chemistry with his receivers throughout the time that he played. Number 24 are the Denver Broncos, again all the way down to number 24. They're now 2-4. They used to be at number 21, not much better anyway. They went down 3 spots. They're at home against the New York Jets this week, which, seeing how they've been playing recently, especially the awful, sloppy, ugly game against the Chargers, This is not a guaranteed win for the Broncos. It's the New York Jets. I know everybody has a negative connotation with the New York Jets, but this is a different New York Jets team than any other year uh, in the recent past. The Jets are quite good. Even though their pass offense has been inconsistent, the Broncos are going to struggle to stop them. Number 23, up 3 spots from 26, are the 3-3 Atlanta Falcons. They doubled the 49ers score, 28-14. They beat them. And they're at Cincinnati this week, which should be a loss for Atlanta. Not even a biased point of view from me. It's just facts. Number 22, the 3-2-1 Indianapolis Colts are at Tennessee this week with a very satisfying record to look at. And they're up 1 spot from power rankings because of their 34-27 win over the Jaguars. Again, Alec Pierce saved them. Michael Pittman had, I think, 10 catches on 13 targets for 134 yards or something around that, but 0 touchdowns. And that was very astonishing to me. So hopefully Pittman is more targeted in the red zone as well. Number 21, down 2 spots now, are the Arizona Cardinals. They just lost 19-9 to Geno Smith, Kenneth Walker, and the Seattle Seahawks. Mainly Kenneth Walker. Oh, he gashed the Cardinals. Absolutely gashed the Cardinals. 21 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown. Even got involved in the receiving game. He isn't particularly known for his receiving talent, but he got some nice little short passes there, and Kenneth Walker starting to emerge as a real threat. And Arizona Cardinals are going to struggle against, if the Bengals defense struggled against a Saints offense with no Olave, Landry, or Thomas, yeah, the Cardinals defense is going to suffer. Number 20, Miami Dolphins at home against the Steelers. They're 3-3 and they drop another whole 5 spots. Bad showing against the Vikings last week. Of course, Skylar Thompson, their last QB, got injured. So their emergency backup, who was Teddy Bridgewater because he was injured, had to come in. So they were playing on an injured, banged-up quarterback the whole game. So that is considerable. But they still did lose pretty badly. So, but with Tua coming back, they're carrying quite a bit of momentum into this next week. Number 19, Las Vegas Raiders are 1-4. They just had their bye week and get things sorted out. They went down 5 spots because of other teams going up, as I mentioned earlier, and they're at home against the Texans. This should be an easy, if not just confirmed 100% win for them. If they don't win this game, I have no idea what to say. They're going down to 32. They're switching spots. The Texans and Raiders are switching spots. Number 18, New York Jets are 4-2 now. It's very surprising to see the New York Jets are 4-2 in the first third of the season. Up 4 spots, deserved, and they're at Denver in Mile High, where there is a little bit of inconsistency in the passing game. Garrett Wilson is not as involved as you'd like him to be with Zach Wilson. But nonetheless, the Jets have been outperforming severely their expectations. Up 7 spots from 24 at 17 now are the Seattle Seahawks. They're 3-3. They just beat the Kyler Murray-led Cardinals by 10 points, 19-9. Led by Kenneth Walker, of course. He had the only touchdown in the whole game. And they're traveling over to Los Angeles to face the Chargers. And the Chargers are known for having a bad run defense. You know what that means. Kenneth Walker Day again. And Geno Smith, of course, we know how good DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett are and have always been. So that should be a problem for the Los Angeles Chargers. Number 16, New Orleans Saints at +2 from last week. This is just because they put up quite a valiant effort against the Cincinnati Bengals. Only lost by 4. They didn't have their top 3 wideouts out, and a banged up defense with no Marshawn Lattimore. They still came within 5 points of winning the game. Is quite astonishing to me. They played a great game. I commend them for that. And they're traveling to Arizona possibly without Andy Dalton, which is a tough blow for them on Thursday Night Football. Number 15, Green Bay Packers. They're down 4 more spots after giving one up again this week. Really, really on the downfall, the Packers are. And they're at Washington this week. Washington Commanders are without Carson Wentz, so the Green Bay Packers defense has to step up this week. If they don't, then it won't be that much of a concern because Taylor Heineke, is not the most dynamic quarterback, but he can do things. We saw what he can do uh, in the wild card game against the Bucks 2 years ago. But yeah, definitely something worth watching. And the Packers' offense has been pretty dysfunctional, so hopefully they pull that together. Number 14, up 2 more spots, the Los Angeles Rams. They're 3-3. They're on a bye. This is their bye week, actually. So that is going to be pretty beneficial for them. They're coming off a 24-10 win against the Panthers. I mean, pretty much, it was pretty much a given win. Cooper Kupp wasn't as involved this time, so they found other ways to get other people the ball. Allen Robinson got his first touchdown of the season, and first as a Ram as well. Number 13, up 4 spots from number 17. It's the New England Patriots. And they deserve the spot fully. Beat the Browns by 23 points, almost completely shut down Nick Chubb, shut down Amari Cooper, and they had their way against the Browns defense, which isn't really even bad on paper. And they're at home against the Chicago Bears. Ramondre Stevenson ran all over the Browns. He's going to run all over the Bears. Number 12, Tennessee Titans. Also had a bye week last week. So, again, with teams going up and down, fluctuations, they went down 2 spots. But nonetheless, they're at home against the Colts this week. Titans are 3-2 still. The Colts have, as I said, they've struggled against the Titans historically. So the Titans should be able to pull this one off. Their offense runs through Derrick Henry. Nothing more needed. Number 11, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They did not. They did very bad last week. It showed signs of hope at points. Sparks. But the Pittsburgh Steelers, man, Pittsburgh Steelers in 2022, you cannot lose to them. Luckily for them, their next matchup in Week 7, it's against the Carolina Panthers, so it should be an easy win for them. Mike Evans was barely involved in the Steelers game as well, so that's got to change. Number 10, down 3 spots from number 7. The previous week, they were down 3 spots from number 4, so the 6 spots down in the last 2 weeks of the 49ers. They're 3-3, and they just lost to the Falcons 28-14. Yeah, Falcons put up 28 points, but actually won. It's astonishing, right? They didn't choke the lead. But the 49ers are at home against the Kansas City Chiefs. A little Super Bowl rematch action here. See if they can get the revenge. Number 9, Los Angeles Chargers in an ugly Monday Night Football game. Divisional battle between the Broncos and Chargers. And they're actually at home against the Seattle Seahawks this week. The Chargers are, that is. In a game in which Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense are going to feast on the depleted Seahawks defense. Up 3 spots from last week are the Chargers. They were at 12 after underperforming severely. They're now 4-2. Number 8, the 5-1 New York Giants. I never thought in quite a long time that I've ever have the New York Giants in the top 10 of NFL power rankings after the Eli Manning era. But here we are. The Daniel Jones-led New York Giants are at number 8 in the power rankings, 5 wins, 1 loss to Cooper Goat Rush. And they're up 5 spots from last week. I mean, even last week, they were a top 15 team. They were number 13. And now, all they have to do is beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. Number 7, down 3 spots, 3-3 on the Baltimore Ravens, who also just lost to the New York Giants, as we mentioned earlier. That's pretty embarrassing, man. Lamar Jackson in the end made that just brainless throw. I don't know what that was about, but yeah, Ravens beating themselves. Should be a little bit of a relief against at home against the Cleveland Browns this week, though, especially as a defense. But Nick Chubb is one to monitor, of course. Number 6, Cincinnati Bengals are 3-3. They just beat the New Orleans Saints, so they went up 2 spots this week, and so I'm hoping for 4-3 this week as well, as they host the Atlanta Falcons, another NFC South matchup. Next week they have the Panthers, so 3 straight NFC South matchups, which is kind of interesting how the schedule worked out there. But yeah, uh, Joey Burr, Joe Burr had himself a game, rushing touchdown from 19 yards and multiple passing touchdowns. Great showing from all around from the Bengals. And into the top 5, we have the Dallas Cowboys, who are, hey, they're 4-2, but they only lost by 1 score to the Philadelphia Eagles, and that is some feat. That is a feat that many quite good teams, like top 15, top 10 teams even, could probably not accomplish on their first try. Cooper Rush-led Cowboys made a very valiant effort against the Philadelphia Eagles, and I commend them for that. They're going up 1 spot from last week, and they get kind of a relief here, and as they're at home against the Detroit Lions. As long as Amon-Ra St. Brown does not pop off, the Cowboys should be slated for another win, especially because Dak might return this week. Number 4, a significant improvement for the Vikings, up 5 spots from Week 6, from all the way from number 9. It's the Minnesota Vikings, of course. They are on a bye this week. Doesn't mean they aren't good though. Ridiculous performance. They beat the Miami Dolphins easily, steadily. I mean, Kirk Cousins didn't have the best game, but he got it. He got the win. That's all that matters. Number 3, no change in ranking. Kansas City Chiefs at San Francisco. See if Jimmy Garoppolo gets his revenge against Mahomes in the Super Bowl rematch. Number 2, the 6-0 Philadelphia Eagles, still undefeated, and they're on a bye week this week, so nothing much to say about them, except good win against the Cowboys. And number 1, 5-1 are the Buffalo Bills, who are also on bye this week. So top 2 teams in the power rankings are on bye, but the Bills finally got their revenge against Patrick Mahomes and Chiefs last week. I'm very happy that they won, and 24-20, they're 5-1. Second best team in the league, in my opinion, record-wise. Tied for second best team in the league, with the Giants and Vikings. Alright guys, that is it. That's going to do it for this video. Week 7 Power Rankings. I will be back with Week 8 Power Rankings next week, and until then,